What happens when the world's most famous wildlife warrior disappears too soon and his children grow up under the weight of a global legacy? In 2026, Steve Irwin's kids are no longer just the crocodile hunter's children. They become something far more unexpected, and the paths they chose surprised almost everyone. But the truth behind their lives today is deeper than what fans usually see, and it starts with a move no one predicted. Bindi Irwin was once seen as the quiet guardian of her father's legacy, Australia Zoo, conservation work, family first values. But in 2026, her life looks very different. She temporarily relocated to the United States, stepping away from the world she grew up in, not for fame, not for headlines, but to support her family during a major turning point. Balancing motherhood, international travel, and public attention hasn't been easy, and behind the smiles, there's pressure most people never notice. At just 4 years old, Grace Moria is already growing up in the spotlight. Cameras follow her. Fans analyze her every appearance. People call her the next wildlife warrior, but that title comes with expectations, heavy ones. She's been seen cheering from the sidelines at major events, surrounded by flashing lights and massive crowds. And while it looks wholesome on the surface, it raises quite questions. How early is too early to inherit a legacy this big? And what happens? Robert Irwin was always expected to follow one path: wildlife, adverse, conservation, just like his dad. But in 2026, Robert shocked everyone. Instead of staying behind the scenes, he stepped onto one of the biggest entertainment stages in the world. Not as a presenter, not as a guest, as a competitor. His appearance on a major dance competition stunned longtime fans. No one saw it coming. And when he didn't just compete, but when he flipped his public image overnight. What most viewers didn't see was the physical toll: injuries, exhaustion, pressure to perform while hurt. Robert pushed through pain when quitting would have been easier. He kept smiling while his body was screaming. That determination earned praise, but also concern. Some fans questioned whether he was pushing himself to, or to prove something. To the world. Or to himself. And while Robert battled physically, Bindi was fighting something far more personal. And her fight stayed hidden for years. Behind the calm voice and gentle smile, Bindi was dealing with years of unseen pain, doctor's visits, procedures, answers that took far too long. When she finally opened up, fans were stunned. This wasn't just exhaustion. This wasn't stress. It was a serious health struggle that had shaped her life in silence. Instead of hiding it, she spoke openly, changing the conversation for thousands of women watching. And in doing so, she redefined strength. Not loud, not dramatic, just real. But through all of this, one presence was always missing, and that absence still defines everything. Steve Irwin didn't just leave behind a family. He left behind an expectation. Every move Bindi and Robert make is compared to him. Every success measured against a legend. They honor him constantly: birthdays, tributes, speeches, but the pressure never fades. Because carrying a legacy isn't the same as choosing your own life. And in 2026, both siblings are doing something rare, but that they had the courage to step slightly off the path and make it their own. And as their story continues, one thing is clear: the Irwin legacy didn't end, it evolved.